Good afternoon and welcome to this week's version of Techy Tuesday. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the SAMR model. There's been a lot of buzz around this and a lot of teachers who say they've never heard of the SAMR model. But the SAMR model is it's the levels of technology integration in your classroom. So we're going to talk a little bit about it today just so you can become familiar with the topic. So some essential questions around today will be, how can my lesson be improved using technology? How can I engage and empower students through technology? And how can online learning more closely resemble authentic real-world learning, things that happen in the real world like the students will need in their jobs in the future? So SAMR is a framework for understanding technology use in the classroom. There are stages of implementation and progress, and it's a nice way to build up as your skills and sites technology grow. So this is you start off at the lowest level and then you get to the higher levels in SAMR. So here's the model of how to think about SAMR. So SAMR, the most basic is substitution. The tech acts as a direct tool substitute with no functional change. It's a basic cup of coffee. Okay, then you have augmentation. The tech acts as a direct tool substitute with functional improvement. Things like it automatically grades, the student get automatic feedback, things like that. This is your latte. Then you have modification. The tech allows for significant task redesign. These are things like the kids are making online brochures and things to that nature. And this is your caramel macchiato, way better. Then you get to redefinition. The tech allows for the creation of new tasks previously inconceivable. This is the pumpkin spice latte. We never even thought we could mix pumpkin with this, but the kids are creating these great videos and these great things and getting in-depth answers, and we're getting higher on the Bloom's taxonomy as we get higher on the SAMR model. So those are the kind of things that you want to see. We ultimately want to be in the modification, redefinition. Right now, most of us are at substitution, augmentation. So they're enhancing learning, but they're not transforming our learning. So here's an assignment. The students will show what they learned about the Industrial Revolution. Okay, for basic substitution, they just did a search and they showed us some pictures. This is what they learned. That's basic substitution. Augmentation, they were able to build a digital timeline of things that happened during that time period. Modification, they made this great scatter plot and were able to show all this different information online. That's modification. Redefinition, they were able to make us a video and show us the places that they were visiting and give feedback and talk to us about each of the places as they went along. Here's another assignment and how you could break it down using the SAMR model to get to those levels. In a history / social studies class, you need to show the location of a city. Okay, we're going to start off at the substitution level. You create a PowerPoint that shows a picture of the map and the location of the city. Okay, they were able to get the basic gist of the assignment. They need to show the location of a city. Then we got to augmentation. They incorporated a video and websites into that PowerPoint that showed a little bit more about the city. They did some research and were able to do that. The modification level, they created a digital travel brochure that incorporates multimedia and student-created videos. So maybe they did voiceovers and they gave us a digital tour of the city based off things they found. And then the redefinition, they explored the city with Google Earth and 3D models, and they found interviews online and meshed it all together and made this great presentation where we learned so much more about the city and they used so many more skills utilizing technology. So you see how it grows as you go along and how as you learn to get comfortable with technology, all the things that you can do that are advancing the student and preparing them for life. Here's another assignment. The students multiply and divide polynomials. Okay, it's normally a little bit harder to integrate technology into math classes. but we're going to show you how. For substitution, the teacher shares the presentation they created in PowerPoint with the students. The students use Khan Academy to learn the process. Okay, so they use technology instead of working it out with paper and pencil. Basic substitution level. Then we get to augmentation. The teacher creates an online worksheet where students collaborate to complete it. They're working together online. The worksheet is then shared with another group to check the work. So they're learning from each other by checking their work. So this is augmentation. We're moving up. Modification. Students collaborate and create their own worksheets. They come up with their own problems. They expand their knowledge further than just knowing how to plug and chug numbers. They give the worksheet to another group to complete. This is the modification. They're really learning what the problem is and how to solve it also all at the same time. And then redefinition. The students create videos and screen captures of the work they have done. They create tutorials for students so that people around the world could watch and learn from. They post the videos on YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, Vimeo, TeacherTube, all these different websites, and share that out with others so others can learn from them and how to do this. Now, if you have questions about the SAMR model and need to know more, please feel free to reach out to the EdTech department and we can work with you to get you to that redefinition level. I hope this information helps today.